Starting can be one of the scariest things, but it's also part of every single success journey. And most people treat it like a neighbor they don't want to talk to, or a neighbor they just kind of ignore. But you didn't, because you clicked on this video. So there's obviously something in your heart that's telling you and nudging you in this direction. So I just want to commend you for a moment. Most people I find genuinely ignore this nudge, and they live such a purposeless life. It took me years to get into actually doing the things that I want to do and that I feel purposeful in and that I feel happy in. And the things that are actually good for me, it took me years to rewire my mind. But if I can share this with you today, and maybe instead of years, it can take you months, because what we're about to talk about is 100% applicable to any purpose. Because it's general, so it'll 100% apply to you, I promise. I'm Toriah though. It's really nice to meet you, and I'm actually really happy that you're here, because as we talk about how you can properly start or restart, we're going to be unboxing my new computer that I'm actually going to be using to edit this video. So we're going to start unboxing my computer, and we're going to start your journey in learning to rewire your mind. The number one thing that needs to be done that can be quite painful, which is something you've been taught your whole life, and you're trying to reverse all of that into really becoming your true self, in not caring in what others think. I did bring a pen. I don't have scissors, but I have a pen. If you're genuinely trying to pursue something that you think that you are meant for, not everybody will agree with you. And it's not that they're limiting you, you're actually limiting yourself. Nobody can make you feel embarrassed unless you allow. Let me put into perspective how most people go ahead and view this. If a person came up to me, just observe my hair color, right? You see it? Person comes up to me and they're like, wow, your purple hair is so ugly. And I go ahead and I'm like, oh no. And I go home and I'm like self-conscious about it. My hair is brown. That person just lied to me. So why in the world would I be self-conscious about that if that person did not tell the truth? First, you need to let go of lies. But second of all, what you can do to really let people's opinions go, because it's much easier said than done. One way you can kind of start to incorporate that into your life is just admitting to what you've done in the past life. Like, if a person comes up to you and they're like, oh, you used to be this way. Okay, and like, I really changed. Yeah, I used to be that way, but look at you now and look at me now. I don't associate with that anymore. They're literally just trying to bring that up to you because their own life can be miserable, they're having a bad day, and they're trying to project that on you. So by accepting that, you're really taking their bad opinions, and it gives you a bad self-image. Okay, I know that everyone talks about, okay, like following trends, doing this, but really doing what makes you feel comfortable. Like for me, I like to wear mascara. I like lash clusters. I also like to do my brows with gel, but I don't like concealer or wearing stuff on my face, and I have acne scars. A lot of people in my life, in my personal life, people in my direct family, it's more of a problem to them that I have acne. Like, it bothers them more than it bothers me. It got to a point where it was actually painful, like it was getting big and painful. So I did go to a herbalist, and I do have a tincture prescribed because preferably I would rather not have acne. But it has never really bothered me, and I never felt the need to conceal it. But other people mention it to me. So they're almost impersonating their own need about my skin. And you can apply this to your life, right? If you have this purpose, you want to go pursue a certain thing. Other people they would be too scared to pursue this thing, or they wouldn't want you to pursue this thing because it would make them more miserable in their life. So they come and they project that on you. And if you really sit there and you're like, even though I feel comfortable with my acne scars not being covered because I don't want like the foundation to smudge on my sleeves, like it's more comfortable for me without foundation. But what if this person is right? What if they really are ugly? Like what if society doesn't accept them? You know, and you start having all these thoughts when really they're not necessary. Own what you are doing. I will literally tell the people, I'm like, no, like I'm comfortable with it. It'll go away, it'll get better, I can get rid of the scars later, but currently like I don't feel comfortable wearing foundation or concealer. So I'll just let my skin breathe, and I'll do my lashes and I'll do my brows the way I like them. because that's what makes me feel most comfortable and most pretty. Realize that it is your life. They will never have to deal with the consequences of your actions. Only you will have to deal with that. You have to deal with the consequences and you have to deal with the rewards. They could be jealous of your rewards, which is why they're projecting on you. Really try to realize why is this person saying this to me? Is it from a genuine, credible source? Is it a person that has supported me in the past? Are they really being honest or are they just being hateful? I've been using my school laptop since the 7th grade. I'm currently in grade 12. So I've had it for about 5 years. So this is going to be a solid upgrade into my editing because I really wanted a travel laptop. This is really exciting. And just a little side note, it actually took me years to be able to speak to a camera. It took me 2 years of doing social media to start a YouTube channel and to have you here today with me. And I'm so glad I did. I really don't regret it. Are these instructions? They packaged the instructions so beautifully. They put it in a folder and there's nothing else in the folder. Wow, HP. ChatGPT was recommending an Apple, like a MacBook, but I've never used Apple products in my life. I have a Samsung, and I feel like, okay, if I were to switch to Apple, everyone says it's very sleek. And I think the look is actually nice. I give them that. But I think it's just inconvenient to switch over because I know that there's some sort of cloud storage you have to have, and then there's like a certain way you transfer pictures. I'm sure it can all be figured out. Wow. Look at that brand new look. That is sleek. The letters are so large. I almost feel elderly. It's so beautiful. I don't think there's anything to peel off the screen. I've seen those satisfying peely videos. Oh my gosh. Did they provide me a pen? Look at this image. I think there's supposed to be a pen somewhere. Next is sacrifice. You cannot expect to have a new life if you don't give up your old one. There are things you're going to have to really give up. And I don't think people understand the concept of how far you have to go. To build the life that I'm currently building, it took me leaving traditional high schooling, leaving behind any friends that I had. I was actually at my old high school today. So I was there to collect the cards they so graciously printed for us. They made 500, which is like insane, the amount of work, because they printed each of them. I came on one of the days and we printed 100 and they printed the rest. And then all of the students signed all the cards by hand, and the seniors love it. We have this little seniors project. We deliver essentials to seniors that, don't really have family during the holidays. I was there to pick up the cards for this project. Now you have the context. And I saw one of my old friends. We were friends for 7 years. And eventually I just saw that our friendship wasn't going to work with the type of life I'm trying to build. And with the type of life that she's trying to build, I saw that we wouldn't be building each other. Like, our friendship wouldn't be genuine. It was mostly just for companionship. She was such a good person, and probably still is. She has such a beautiful soul, but it just didn't match up with mine anymore. So I texted her and I was like, yeah, like, we might as well not, try to keep this friendship up and just string each other along. And everyone told me I was such a bad person for it, and that, oh my gosh, you left a friend of 7 years, which we didn't talk outside of school anyway. We only talked about school, which is not something that I want to pursue. I really saw it as hurting me instead of building me. I really saw it as the correct decision. But hearing all these comments, it really made me self-conscious, like, oh my gosh, what if it was really mean? What if I shouldn't have ended it? Will I regret ending it? And today I saw her, and she told me about how she applied for college or uni, and she got in, and she's gonna go into the program she wants. And I'm living my life. She didn't really ask much about me, but she just knows that I'm at a different school. But she's also living the exact life that she wanted to. But she's moving to another city, so we wouldn't be seeing each other anyway, and we didn't have much else to talk about except for our past memories. So today, it really reinforced that that was the right decision. But other people made me second guess that. So I sacrificed that friendship to grow. I sacrificed going to traditional schooling to grow. I sacrificed a romantic relationship that was actually poisoning me. I also really liked volleyball. I loved playing volleyball, and I loved dance for a while, but I quit dance, never went back to volleyball, never did another season, even though I loved the sport. Like, I really cleared up my schedule. I really cleared up the people that weren't feeding into me anymore, and I was only feeding into them. I cleared out those toxic relationships. I cleared out my bad behaviors, and I'm still working on that, right? Laziness is a big one. Like, that's something I'm constantly fighting in my mind of like, oh, like I have to get up and do this. Okay, but it's actually good for me. And it's called the law of least effort. If you've ever read Atomic Habits, automatically our brains want to do the thing that costs us the least amount of our energy, because that's how we used to survive. But now it's not helpful to us in this environment, so we have to rewire our brains. So what do you have to sacrifice to get to that purpose? I had to delete my old life to start this new one, but I don't regret it one bit. I really think it'll be the best decision for you. Anything bad, anything that's intoxicating you, anything that's draining you, cut it out and see what happens. You can, I promise you can always go back to those things. You can always find another toxic friendship. You can always go back to a normal high school. But you can never do those one-time things again that will actually better your life. You're gonna miss that window, and that should really scare you. Let's see if we can find this pen. Who needs a man? Oh, I just, right as I say that, I can't, I got the wrong, okay, it must be this one. That's how smoothly your life will come together once you cut out all the things that aren't benefiting you. This is beautiful. It's so not raggedy. And it's getting to a point where I might need new headphones. I really hope. There's a term for this where it's almost like companies make things to only last a certain amount. I don't see a pen. Guys, I don't think there's a pen. HP, they say the pen sticks to it, but there's no pen. So I think the side is magnetic and you're supposed to stick the pen. Does the HP Omni Book 14 come with the pen? Some HP, like the Ultra Flip. Which one's mine? Is mine the Flip or the Ultra Flip? I don't know. I don't really want my laptop to be doing flips. Oh, it's called the Flip because it flips into an iPad. That's why it's called the Flip. It doesn't actually do flips. Are you a Flip or an Ultra Flip? Because what the flip? How can you market this and not put it in the box? Actually, I don't know if I'll use the pen. And I feel very dangerous because what they're saying is that it attaches right here and it sticks because it's magnetic. But what if I like brush it against something? Will it just fall off? And will I lose this pen? Maybe that's why they sell the pen separately. You have to rebuy the pens every time you knock it off by accident because there's nowhere to insert it. In my phone, the 14 Ultra, Galaxy Ultra 14, the pen goes inside the phone, which is quite convenient. I really truly believe you can implement these things. If you clicked on this video, there's something in you that's pulling you in that direction. And if you stayed until this point, subscribe. We might as well be friends. We won't be opening a laptop again anytime soon, I hope. But I just wanted to kind of make this part of the video, as in like, this is my new start to the channel. This channel is quite new, by the way. So this is almost a symbol of, let's really get this going. And look, sometimes I feel like to start something, it takes a person to just believe in you. And if that's not your family, that's not your friends, you don't have those types of people around you, let that person be me. I really believe you can do this because you clicked on this video. There's something in your chest, in your heart, in your head that's telling you that you have a purpose. I really believe every single person has their specific purpose, and if they don't go and strive to fulfill it, they'll never be at their full level of happiness. They'll never be at their full level of feeling relief and purpose. I promise you, you will feel worse if you stay in the state you're in than if you feel a little bit of discomfort while you're pursuing something purposeful. I hope you subscribe so that I can see you again. This was such a wonderful chat. I love to say hi to you in the comments. I answer all of my comments, so please say hi to me. I really do believe in you, and I will be that one person for you. Go change your life.